Today's lesson is lesson 135, conducting a probability experiment and identifying the mode and range for a set of data. So yesterday we made a graph using some dominoes, and we did that by showing how the different ways of having the different numbers in a graph. Okay, so the only ways you can make 0 on a domino, 1 on a domino, etc. Okay, today we're going to make a different type of graph and how to find the mode and range of the data shown. So this time I'm going to pull dominoes out of a bag and color in how many dominoes I get for each one. And looking at this graph, I should have more dominoes with the number 6 than anything else. So let's just see what we get. So the first domino I've drawn is a 6. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to color in a box above the 6. Okay, the next one I drew was a 12. Okay, I've drawn a 2. And I've drawn a 4. Okay, I drew another 6. And I drew an 8. Okay, and a 10. I drew another 8 that time, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, another 6. I drew a 12. Oh, I got a 11 that time, and a 10. Okay, I got a 9, a 7. Okay, I drew an 8 that time. That time I drew a 3, and I drew a 5, and another 5. Okay, so I've got all these dominoes that I've drawn. Okay, so if you look, I did end up with them 6 of the most colored. Okay, the dominoes, the number that has the most colored, in this case 6, is called the mode. The mode is the one that was drawn the most. So in this case, it was number 6. If I had two numbers that tied, let's say I drew another 8, and I had 8 and 6 tied for 4 pieces, then the mode would be 6 and 8. Okay. Now, what is the biggest number that I got on this graph? Well, the biggest number I got was 12. And the smallest number I got was 1. So the difference between the greatest number, and difference is subtraction, and the smallest number is what we call the range. The range is always the biggest number minus the smallest number. So in this case, 12 minus 1 is 11. So the range would be 11. Now let's say I didn't draw any 1s at all. Okay, in that case, I would be doing 12 minus 2, which equals 10. On this graph, our numbers went from 0 to 12. So, what is the mode of this graph? Well, the mode, again, is the number most repeated. So that's going to be 6, because my graph is the tallest for the number 6. And then the range is going to be the biggest number, which is 12, minus my smallest number, which is 0. So the range is going to be 12 minus 0, which equals 12. Okay, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.